India joined China, Pakistan, and 4 other nations in voting against a UN Human Rights Council resolution that sharply criticized the suppression of protests in Iran and extended the mandate of a fact-finding mission on the country by 2 years, also empowering it to examine what it described as last month's repression. The resolution was adopted by the 47-member Council with 25 votes in favor, 7 against, and 14 abstentions. While India has traditionally avoided supporting country-specific resolutions and has largely voted against UN measures addressing Iran's human rights record, the decision drew attention because it came at a time when Tehran was seeking backing amid pressure from the US following the protests. The vote was also notable since when the fact-finding mission was created in 2022, India had chosen to abstain rather than oppose it. Iran's ambassador to India, Mohammad Fatali, publicly appreciated India's stand, describing India's opposition to the resolution as principled and firm support. He said the move underlined India's commitment to justice, multilateralism, and respect for national sovereignty. India has generally opposed similar resolutions at the UN, citing its long-standing policy of non-interference in the internal affairs of other states. In 2024, however, it had abstained after Iranian officials made remarks related to Jammu and Kashmir. In 2025, India returned to voting against the resolution after receiving assurances from Tehran that it would refrain from commenting on India's internal matters. India has long regarded country-specific resolutions and intrusive investigative mechanisms as politically driven. Sources said India's vote this week was guided by its own national interests rather than by the concerns of dominant groupings within the Council. While emphasizing its strategic autonomy, India's support for Iran also indicates that it has not abandoned its interest in the strategic Chabahar port, which has come under scrutiny from US President Donald Trump. The Trump administration had revoked the sanctions waiver granted in 2018, but later extended it until April 2026 this year, giving India limited relief. India stated last week that it remains engaged with the US to work out the arrangement. New Delhi views Iran as crucial to enabling its connectivity with Afghanistan and the countries of Central Asia. The fact that this wasn't a regular session but a special one called by the Council to address the deteriorating human rights situation in Iran was also seen as unwarranted by India. The resolution strongly deplored the violent suppression of peaceful demonstrations, which it said led to the deaths of thousands of people, including children, injuries to large numbers, and the detention of thousands in connection with the nationwide protests that began on 28 December 2025.